Greetings, minions, survivalists, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18.2, and this is episode 46. Continuing the build on the base. Just to give you a little heads up as to what's been going on between last episode from last week and this episode from this week. I just spent almost an hour clearing out the whole damn field. It was a lot of punching grass, and as you can see, everything within the walls there is nice and tidy. I'm so glad that that's over. It was so monotonous. It just, yeah. Anyways, let's get to the work. So what I want to do is I want to look it over a little bit here, because some things I need to get iron bars into the windows. That much is known. I need to get the furniture in. And by furniture I mean like the workbench, the chemistry lab, the Smith mixer, the forge, all that. But it's looking pretty good right now. I mean, even just as it is good. And as you can see, the reason why I have the 4-block high wall and then the 3 high is I can just be able to see over it, to the next wall, and not have that block block my view. Drawbridge is definitely going to be blocking the view, but that's fine. I can get down here and peg off guys at will. I'm not really going to have the wall extend to block that off, back in there, but I might have to do something about that. And that's something I think we can do in this episode, is figure out where the walls are going to be. I mean, we already got some of this taken care of, but let's see. I'm thinking like this. Let's see, where's my gun at over here? So that's along this. Okay, so come on here. 2 squares. And then we got the corners. Those extend around, so we gotta get the spacing right. And see, that corner comes out to something like that. Let's see how it looks on the ground. And I keep hitting the go up, and I shouldn't be doing that. Okay, so I'm off. It's gotta be more like this. Let me get down on the ground here. So something like that. There. That's about right. Okay, and then the first gun comes out like this. So, did I line that up right? Off 1 block. So this is going to be one big wall right here. space of 2. And then we got that gun right there. I think we just build, yeah, build it up like this. So we're kind of getting an idea of what it will look like. I mean, obviously I'm going to put it all in stainless steel, but I didn't exactly frame this up in the prototype. Alright, so this is a kill zone right in here. This is a kill zone right in here. Let's see if we get up and look at it from this perspective. That's a long stretch of wall. I'm thinking I might double up the wall so it's too deep, or go like this. So it's like something like that, all in stainless steel. So instead of the zombies tearing through the wall, I mean, if they did, it'd take forever, and that is fine. It just that slows them down. It makes the AI think, well, instead of going through this, why not go around? Brrr, dead. So that's kind of the idea, is make it so that it's not so much to slow, I mean, it is to slow them down if they decide to be dumb, and obviously they're gonna be hella dumb, but it's to force their hand is which way they're gonna go. Alright, so in here, this gun's gonna end up having to aim, yeah, for under here. So like when the zombies come up and they fall, go boom, they come up, they're just gonna keep going up and down, come back running around, and there's gonna be this wall here. So that's probably where they're gonna end, because they want to get up in here, at least in theory anyway. But they'll just keep falling down. There's a door over here, there's a couple doors over here, so that'll force them to try to make them come up this way constantly. And those two guns are just gonna have a field day with them. Alright, so we got this. Now the next thing is getting a diffuser set up. Let's see, that's 2 out, and then I think see like that, and then take that one out. Oh no, I gotta put that one back. Something like this. It's just to make them, slows them down, and it makes them have to turn and get around things, and squeezes them into a set box. So you have to go this way, then you have to go this way or that way just to get in. So if there's a whole mass of them coming, it forces them to come in single file. And that makes it a lot easier to mow them down. Now, I'm not exactly thrilled with the spacing a little bit, because there's too many even numbers, but we can roll with it. So I have it like that, and then we have to come out 2. Now over here, I'm just gonna have a wall all the way around, but I'm gonna have see, 2 blocks gap, or see, there's a gap, so I want 2 blocks over here, and a gap. So this 2 blocks gap, and that just kind of messes the flow of it, but it can't be perfect every time. But I think you get what I'm saying, though. Main idea is just to diffuse them a bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. I would like it to be perfect, but it ain't gonna be perfect. It's just that whole OCD thing is gonna get me. It's gonna get me big time. Let's see, do that. So that way. Let's see. Like that. Pull that. And we can pull that. Looks about right. Well, hold on. This looks like it's, yeah, comes out this way. Ah. There we go. It's like a block and that. Kind of eyeballing it. Let's get the corners. I didn't do that right. There we go. That will do, I guess. So much better than using the stainless steel to do it, because then it'd be like, oops, redo. And that lines up for that sweet. Okay. Alright, let's finish up this side over here. Another thing I did off camera. I think it was like I was going to say I would do last week, because I took out the stairway on both ends over there and up here, so you can see the gaps where it used to be. Now there is a stairway right here. Let's see if I can. There's a stairway there and a stairway over on the other side, but the ones that were right here and right here are now gone. It just seemed awkward, and I didn't want zombies to take advantage of it, so I denied them. Wasn't that hard to take out, but yeah, the pain in the ass part is taking out all the grass, as well as the stones, the trash piles, the snowberries, all that stuff. It was just a lot of busy work. See, is that in this? Okay, so that's another block there. Back at you. Alright, let's get another pack of frames, because we're going through that stuff like crazy. It's the one with the... yeah, that one. That looks about right. Okay. Come over here, form the corner. Now, the corners, in a sense, are the weak spot of the base. There's no guns aiming out that way. But I kind of think that's kind of my job, is to watch out for the corners. And also to disincentivize zombies taking advantage of that kind of weak spot. Man, my voice is going on. I mean, dry. It's really dry. Alright, so numerically it lines up pretty good. How did I do this? And did that, and then so this was lined up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, gotta come out 2. There we go. It's not exactly ideal. Now, as long as it makes them turn corners and slows them down, it doesn't matter exactly if it's perfect. It just matters to me that it is, but it just gotta let go. So we put all these down, and then we're gonna replace them with the steel blocks. And then we can get to the furnishings of the base, and wiring, and all that happy crap. So yeah, this wall a little too close. That's one way to get rid of them. OCD demand. Yeah, I just can't speak. It's OCD be damned. I'm really struggling with that impulse. Alright, so that. So that should diffuse it a little bit. I'm thinking I might need to put up a third sectional wall. Something right here, and then offset the blocks as well this way. But I think the corners are gonna be plenty enough. Let's see. Yeah, and I just build in with a double wall. Looks alright enough. One way to tell is skip above it. Really can't tell from any angle really, unless you really look at the details. That'll work. So out here for a third wall, we could see 2 out. Could do it like this, just little sections. Here, and we can leave these big wall sections, not put any extra in there. You know, for the corners anyway. That's too close. Well, back here, we're going to have to make an exception because of the main wall. So we'll just go pick that one up. Alright, so that's good. And we need to come up 2. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's lining up a lot better. So imagine all that in steel as opposed to the wood frames. And let's see, get down here, get these little guys right there. Closer. So those were just mainly to mark out where the centers of these sides were. Okay, so we got that done. We'll leave the ones out here for now, just to help keep us centered here. If any more building on it to do. Got a couple minutes left, so I'm thinking on the roof is where we're going to put our power generation, and then we'll have we might even have power. I think what I'll do in terms of power, we'll have power line or a power setup here. So solar and battery, or maybe a generator and battery, either way, and then distribute it out so that these here in the corner are on that circuit. From here we have these 4 guns, might be powered from up here instead of the narrow walkway. And then, you know, the corners again, individually powered, another individually powered, another individually powered. So they're on their own, but like if one goes down, not all of them are going to go down. There is a certain amount of redundancy that you can build into it, but the mechanics of wiring in this game are somewhat limited. So you can't have like 2 different power sources from, like, let's say you put a power source here and a power source here. You can't have them both wired into the same grid or circuit. They can only have like 1 power source. So that kind of sucks. I think there might be a way to get around that. I'm not sure, but you have to do a lot of trickery in it, and that's just bullshit. I don't want to mess with that. But to have power for each section, and I would like to get a light. You see, I'm going to have a power source, battery, motion sensor. Actually, it'd be like motion sensor here, motion sensor here, here, and here. So this side, this side, this side, and this side will power, and those would be run. You see, power source, battery bank, the motion sensors, and then have it go down. Now, from there I could split it off so that one line goes to the gun, or to a turret, and then I can launch another, or set up another line to go back into the base and trigger a light. So it's like an indicator of what side is being attacked. Because up here, I mean, yeah, you're going to be able to see everything, but when you're in one corner or one side, you don't know if over there's trouble. Okay? And I've done indicator lights in my bases before. I think it was 2 alphas ago, or 2 seasons ago, or maybe 3 at this point. I can't keep them straight, but yeah, you can wire them up like that. They could also be wired up to a spotlight, because you just use the a switch, or you can use a what are they called? These relays, but the relays cost power, so, and the switches don't. Yeah, these here, to run power through them doesn't cost any power, but the relays cost you like 5 watts of power. That's not helpful, so it's probably better just to run them through a switch and then just leave the switch on. But that's just for these guns in the exterior section of the base. I'll have blade traps in here on their own separate circuit. I'm thinking just wiring them up so that they're all on one. I could do it redundantly so that, like, this side, and then, like, you know, maybe like over here, the one that might be able to fit over there. So if somehow the wires got cut on this side, those will still run. But I'm kind of thinking those ought to be run on one circuit to try to simplify things. Out here, I could run lights. I'm probably going to run it on the back side of the wall, so that they're backlighting any zombies that are coming up this way. They're not likely to attack light fixtures on the back side of walls if they're coming this way. So, like, put one up here, one up here, one up here, you know, something like that, just to backlight them. I'm not really worried about lights out in this area, because, you know, I'm not likely to see anything. I'm more likely to focus on defense in this area around the base. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's not carved in stone, but we'll work it out as we go along. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely a lot of fun hearing from you guys, like Amorphous Solid, Jim Riddell, Tom Clement, I should say, Pam. I love hearing from you guys. I love commenting to you guys, and I hope to hear more from you guys. You guys. Anyways, check out the links in the description box below, and until next time, see you later. Twitch.